What's going on, guys? My name is Joey Speaks, and this is a wrap for the first season of Everyday People, the podcast. All right, guys, so today's episode is going to be a little bit different, where I'm going to do a quick review of the last 11 episodes that we've done. I've loved doing these, and we're just going to kind of go over them really quickly. I'm also going to talk about my next transformation challenge that's coming up in January. I'm also going to give you a quick little sneak preview of an individual challenge I'm going to be offering to people who are looking for other options as opposed to doing a group challenge. And then we're going to go over my class schedule here in the gym. I just want to kind of talk about a lot of the things that are kind of all the goings on for Joey Speaks Fitness and Speaks Performance and Fitness, and with Josh and everything that we're doing here in the gym. I also want to talk about the collaboration that I've done with Lucas Rocha over at Logic Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And then I want to talk about the mini pod that's going to be coming up. So this is a wrap of season 1. We will be getting into season 2 in the very near future, but to get you over between season 1 and season 2, I'm going to be doing what I'm going to call my mini pod, my mini podcast, where it's just going to be me and you. And we're going to kind of go over that a little bit more in detail. So, all right, guys. So I want to thank you guys for kind of welcoming me in, giving me good feedback on all the episodes. And I have been so, I'm a little surprised at how much I'm really enjoying this. You know, in my mind, when I first thought about doing this, I was thinking, like everyone's doing a podcast. You should just do a podcast, Joey. And so and I need to cut down on the number of times I say, to be honest with you, I am having such a good time doing this. When I talk to people, I'm really interested in what they have to say. And what is most surprising to me is that when we get here and we're at the desk and we're in the studio, all of a sudden people just kind of start talking. And I was thinking that I was going to be much more uncomfortable. I was worried that other people would be uncomfortable, but they're not. I really do feel like people are just coming in and we're just having a conversation, and you guys happen to just be watching us have a conversation. And so I am just loving what we're doing. My son has really helped me as far as kind of directing me and, hey, Dad, try this, try that. And, I'll bounce my ideas off of him. When it comes to my business, the podcast, all the things that I've been doing, I always bounce stuff off of my wife, my son, my daughter. They're my sounding board, and they're tough on me sometimes. But I need it, though, because I have my own ideas and I have these things that I see from my perspective. And then because they know me, they know how I think, they know what I see, they know how I feel about the things that I see. And then when I want to bring things to you guys, I wouldn't say they're skewed, but they have my vision on them only. And sometimes it's hard for me to kind of see the big picture, and they do a really good job of helping me kind of see the big picture. So thank you guys, Liz, Josh, and Lex. So as far as all my guests, this is the 12th one. So I've done 3 of them myself, the 1st, the 7th, and now the 12th. And I've had some really great guests, good friends of mine. I'm looking forward to having the guests that I'm going to have on in season 2. But so let's just kind of quickly go over who I have had on so far. And so let's start off with Letty Vasquez. She's such a good friend of mine. She and I have gotten so tight. We like to hike. We like to work out. We just kind of shoot the breeze about a little bit of everything. And she's a really good sounding board for me also. And her episode was really, really cool. The funny thing about that is that she and I had shot that the day before. And I forgot if the video got messed up or the audio got messed up, but something didn't work right. And we had to do it the next day. Thank goodness, though, because the very first time we did it, I won't speak for her. I'll speak for me. I was much more nervous. I was much more like, and so having watched what we did the first time, it gave me a better, I could see myself. And it gave me a chance to really say, okay, well, you're nervous right there. You're worried about this, you're worried about that. And then the second, the one that you guys saw, it was a much better run through. I think that we were both nervous. It was my first time. It was her first time doing the podcast together. But I think I actually do think it came out really good. She's a very interesting lady. She's a super sweet lady. She loves working on her body. She loves working on her mind. And I think that she really resonated with a lot of you guys, and I was happy to see that. So, Leticia, thank you very much. All right, next we had on Ramon Tovar. Ramon Tovar, my man who I've grown up with since I was in the 4th grade. Super cool dude. Wrestling coach, teacher. One of the things that we did not talk about in the episode was that. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but it's Stoicism or the Stoic philosophy, and there are so many similarities that he and I have about the Stoic philosophy and the way that we think about things and the way that, just kind of the way that we see things. And I was so pissed at myself that we didn't talk about that on the episode. We talked about a whole bunch of other stuff, but we didn't talk about stoicism. And I don't mean stoicism the way that you look and you act. It's a philosophy anyway. And I will be getting into that a little bit more on the episodes to come. So, Ramon, that was a great episode with you. I appreciate you being on, man. Thank you, especially for bringing us talking about the poly days. And yeah, it was really cool, man. Thank you, Ramon. Next, we had on Ron and T, Big Ron and T. So when it came to Ron and T, the thing that I was happiest about is that my mom. My mom gives me after the episode, she'll call me and says, "Hey, Joe, I saw the episode. It was this, it was that," and she likes to give me her feedback, and she loves all you guys, by the way. But specifically about Ron and T, the thing that made me happiest is that she said it just really looked like you guys are really good friends, and you guys have this like little, inside, not inside joke, but like kind of inside stuff that you can talk to each other with your eyes, or like just like with your body language. And it's true, like Ron and T have been coming to my gym for 4 or 5, almost 6 years maybe. We hang out, we watch the fights together, we go eat, like we hang out with our wives and stuff like that. And I'm so happy that that came across to you guys on the show, because like if you were here at the 6 o'clock class with the guys and you see how we get down and you see like everyone, it's just the guys, man. It's just the guys hanging out, and we're all bagging on each other, always talking, having a good time, and like I'm glad it really came across. So that was a super good episode. I was happy the way that one came out. And Ron and T, thank you guys, man. Thank you. And for all the other stuff you guys do for me. Ron and T, actually, they cover my classes a lot of times, especially before Josh came into the picture. Whenever I would go out of town to go see my mom and my family in Oklahoma, Ron would cover my classes. T just covered my Zoom class the other day. And they all get 5-star reviews, by the way. So they're great clients, better friends. It's best case scenario for me. Okay. The next episode, Gene and Rachel. Ooh, what can I say about that episode? That was a great episode. So before I get to Gene and Rachel, I can't figure out how to keep this mic straight. Every single time I start recording, it's perfectly straight. By the time, maybe it's because I'm touching the wire, I don't know, but it never ends up straight. So if it gets crooked, let me know. Call me. I don't know. Text me. Beat me. I don't know. Whatever. So Gene and Rachel. All right. What an episode. Now, Gene and Rachel are two of my, they're my dogs. Like they're like two of my best friends. They have been, like we said in the episode, we hang out, we give each other crap, as you guys can see. I get it most of the time because they end up both teaming up on me. But every once in a while, one of them will team up with me against the other one. And that's what I like. But, in that episode, I was, it really made me happy that you guys could see us in our own element. And, I know that episode maybe was a little bit different than the other episodes, and it kind of caught some people off guard. And that's okay. That's okay. It's who we are. I love those girls. Those girls love me. Like they're just they're the best. Like they really are. And I know that we were we were just having a good time. We were just having a good time, and I was glad that you guys were able to see us in our own element. And it's nothing but love between all of us. We hang out. We at the gym. It's just I would invite you guys to come to the ladies class just to see how the ladies class is, because that was literally like kind of a not every time, every day, all the time, but like that was kind of a little sneak peek into the way that they get after me. And not just them two, but you saw Alicia too. We'll talk about Alicia in a minute too. But yeah, it was a great episode. And those girls, Jean and Rachel, like they're about it. Like they've been here for a long time. Jean has also covered my classes when I'm out of town doing stuff. And Rachel's a walking Snapple fact. You can ask her anything about anything, and she'll have an answer. But then she'll tell you a bunch of crap that you don't even know why she's telling you this. But she says it in her own little interesting way, and I love it. But anyway, all right. So Jean and Rachel, thank you guys. Jean, thank you for covering my classes and just being the friend that you've been to me. And I'm glad that you guys got a chance to see us kind of in our own element. Yeah. All right. Next, we had my Amy. Amy is, and that was such a drastic change from Jean and Rachel to Amy's episode. Amy is such a sweetheart. She just moved away. I'm still able to see her because we still train on Zoom. We have private classes on Zoom, which is great. So I'm sad that she's gone, but she is in a really great situation, and I'm happy that I'm happy that she's where she's at right now. But I'm more happy that I still get to see her 3 times a week, and we get to talk and all that kind of good stuff. And Amy she's such an interesting person because, I met her on the phone right after I had gotten COVID. And like I said in the episode, most of the time when you talk to someone, a potential client, when they call or you are talking to them, if there's a reason why you guys don't talk for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, generally speaking, they'll move on and they'll look for somebody else, find somebody else, whatever the case is. But she and I talked, and I told her, I said, hey, I definitely want to talk to you. And I said, I just got COVID and I was feeling like crap. I had like the first 2.5 days of COVID for me were boo. And so I had talked to her that first day or so, and I let her know what was happening. She was like, yeah, you don't sound real good. And she said, oh, like when you feel better, give me a call. We'll get back to you. We'll talk again. Da, da, da. And she did everything that she said she was going to do, and we did everything we said we were going to do. We got together. And so the way that our relationship got off was like, it was about trust. And it was really cool because she had just came from a trainer who didn't want to make some modifications that she was requesting. And that is neither here nor there, but that's how she ended up searching out and finding me. And so our relationship started off with a good deal of trust. We met each other. We hit it off immediately. I know what she needs. She knows what she wants from me. She comes in the door and it's just Joey and Amy time, and we have a great time. And she's good people. Amy is good people. So yeah, thank you, Amy. Episode number 7, that was your boy. That was part 2 of me letting you guys get to know me a little bit better. And I hope that I have done a good job of kind of letting you into my life and not telling you too much, but giving you just a little bit better idea of who I am, what I do, what I like. Yeah. So anyway, that was episode number 7. Who was number 8? We had who was number 8? Episode 8 was Alicia. Alicia Sanchez has quickly become one of my she's one of my favorite people. She's grown on me. She's really grown on me. She's a good kid. She's really striving to do well in life, and she goes hard, man. I mean, she goes hard. You guys saw her dramatic body transformation. I mean, like, she has made such good progress. She went on vacation a little while ago, just like about a week or 2 ago, and she had posted some pictures, and I texted her. you look so comfortable in your skin. Like you look so happy. You just look good, and it's for me as a trainer, it's the reason why I do it. And I could probably tell you a story similar to Alicia's with all of my clients, but she and I had a really deep conversation where we talked about a little bit of everything. I did not know some of the things that she talked about, and I was taken back by it, to be honest with you. And I wanted to make sure that that she was okay with me posting it. So I didn't. I made sure that she saw the video before you guys saw it, because if there was anything she wanted to, not talk about or not talk about in public, I wanted her to have the chance to say, hey, no, I don't really want to talk about that in front of people. And it was a great episode. I learned a lot about her. You guys learned a lot about what she does, how she does it. She's about to have her PhD. She's about to get her PhD. She's doing and she's 26. She's 26, and the future is super bright for Alicia. And that was a great episode, and I was happy to have her on. And I'm forgetting who the next episodes are, so I'm just going to make sure that I keep everything up right here. All right, so we are, thank you, Alicia, and I'm happy to see you as happy as you are. Next, my girl, Claire. So I think I'll remember the next ones. We'll see. Claire Kleinedler. So one of the things that we did not talk about on the episode with Claire and I is that Claire, when we worked together, we worked in a very small company, and she was the head of this department, I was the head of this department, and so we were together a lot, and we had a disagreement one time, right? And I was out of line. I was totally out of line. And once we got done having our little tiff, she comes into my office and she tells me, she says, hey, Joey, I wanted to make sure that I got the points across to you that I was trying to get across to you. What she really did was she showed me so much grace, and she was such a real friend, and not just cutting me from being her friend, but explaining to me what she was really trying to say. And saying, hey, you know what? Whether you were right, whether you were wrong, whether I was wrong, it doesn't matter. I forgive you, and let's just move on from here. And what she did for me in that situation meant a lot to me personally. That situation itself really helped me see things differently. It really did. And I've told her about this a few different times, because this happened years ago. And then maybe every couple of years, I would just call her or text her and say, hey, Claire, just wanted to say thank you again. Because it really did open what she said to me really did open my eyes to the way that I was acting with some people, the way I acted with her in that particular case. And so she means much more to me than she probably realizes. And I didn't really want to talk about it on the episode, but I wanted to just let you guys know how good of a person she is and what she did for me. So that was great with Claire, and I'm so glad that you guys got a chance to meet her. All right, next was my daughter, my two daughters, Lex and Jess. Yeah, they're a couple of characters. I had such a good time with them, and what I didn't want to do was kind of, this is my daughter, this is my other daughter, and kind of just be so, I didn't want to have what's the word I'm looking for? It's escaping me. That happens all the time. I did not want to just kind of be like a homer for my family. My son has not been on yet, and he'll be on in season 2. I just kind of wanted to let you guys kind of get to meet Lex and Jess, very naturally, the way that you guys did. And, the way that we were here is the way that we are. I feel like I'm the butt of most people's jokes, and it's fun. It's funny. The way that she ended the podcast was like, oh yeah, my dad is bald. It was just funny. And so when I'm talking to my mom about that, my mom, she couldn't even get it out because she was laughing so hard when she was talking about Lexi doing that. And yeah, and I love her to death. And then so and Jesse's so articulate, the way that she, the answer she was given, and just they're a great set of kids, 21, 22 years old, and they have the future for both of them is bright. And I was happy to have them on. So it was a good way for you to meet my daughters. Yeah. All right. And then the last episode was my man Thiago Silva, and Thiago, he is the nicest, sweetest guy, as you guys can see. He's really soft spoken, and I love his laugh. And so when me and my wife were in college at Pasadena City College, there was a guy I used to play football with. His name was Laurent Bon, and so I was a strong safety. He was a free safety, and he was a banger. He got a scholarship at Utah. Anyway, he was awesome. Anyway, so when Laurent would smile, like his entire face would smile. I mean, he had the nicest smile, and that's what Thiago has. Like when he smiles, like his entire face smiles, and like I said, he's just the nicest guy. And but man, you get him on the mat, and this guy's an animal. And it was just I was really happy to be able to kind of bring you his story. And then right after that episode aired, I was lucky enough for him to invite me into his camp. He's getting ready for a really, I think the biggest jiu-jitsu competition in jiu-jitsu is coming up in just like maybe 2 weeks. And he invited me into his camp to help him train here in the weight room. And Michelle at Hot Reels on Instagram, she's making this like a documentary style video, a series of him. I think it was like 7-8 minute video. And the video was awesome. And it really is just kind of showing him, eating his meals, training at Logic Jiu-Jitsu, training here in the gym. And it was the episode is awesome. If you are interested in any kind of jiu-jitsu or self-defense stuff, you should check this guy out. And you're going to be seeing much more of him through me, because I'm down with him 100%. Anyway, so Thiago is just, he's a super good guy. And so one of the things I did not talk about on the episode that I meant to, no, let me be 100% honest. We had actually shot it, and we had about 7 or 8 minutes that the camera did not record. I can't explain, I ain't an engineer. Anyway, so we were talking about, so when I played ball, so I'm 17, I get drafted, I'm playing pro ball for a couple years for the Giants, and there are a lot of Dominicans, Cubans, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, and so they come over from their country because they get drafted or they get signed to play pro baseball. Now, they were young like me, 17, 18 years old, and to come over to another country to play the sport that you were chosen to play to get to America. But then I want you guys to realize this. They didn't know the language. Thiago did not know English when he came here from Brazil. And so he's coming here, and and so I saw this firsthand with the guys who I played with, and I saw how hard it was for them, because man, you know how homesick I was when I left home the first time. I mean, by the second time I was fine, but the first time, like I'm born in New York, raised in LA, I'm a mama's boy, and next thing you know, I'm out here in all these different little country towns, like population 200 people, and I am so homesick. I'm so homesick, but I know English. I know the language. Like, I'm familiar with America. These guys, Thiago, literally came from Brazil, didn't speak English, had to learn the language, was working while he was trying to learn the language, while he was still training. And he's been here 2.5 years, so he was 23 when he came over. It's just, man, like what this guy has done at such a young age is literally remarkable. I mean, and I don't usually say the word remarkable very often, but it's remarkable. It's awesome. And so I was just happy that you guys got a chance to see this kid, and he's shooting for the stars right now, man. Like he's really trying to get it, and I love to watch anybody trying to get it. So yeah, anyway. So that was all the 11 episodes. And Thiago, thank you for being on. Thank you for working with Josh, and you guys becoming great friends. And I love watching you guys' relationship. It's been good for me. So yeah, thank you, Thiago. So that's all the previous 11 episodes, kind of in a quick little review. And I just want to just thank all of you guys for being on and doing what you've done for me, and just kind of introducing yourself to the people who follow me. And yeah, man, I appreciate it. Thank you guys. All right, guys. So let's get into, you know what? Let's take a quick little break, and then I'm going to go over a few little things that I'm going to be doing here in the near future. And then when I come back, we'll get into it. I'll be right back. All right, guys, and we're back. Is my mic straight? It's straight. All right. So, a couple little house cleaning items I want to talk about real fast. Okay. So, I have been doing transformation challenges. They used to be weight loss challenges, but they have turned into transformation challenges a couple years ago. And so the next one coming up is going to be starting on January 10th, and it is my 14th challenge. Technically my 15th because I've done 13 regular challenges, and I did one specifically for the ladies. So this is my 15th challenge overall, but it's challenge number 14, and it's going to start on January 10th. It's going to run 8 weeks. Now, in my transformation challenges, I give you a workout plan. I give you a meal plan. You're going to be invited to, you're going to be a part of the private Facebook group where it's only going to be the people who are in the challenge get the information that we're going to be going over, okay? A few challenges ago, I started adding my app, my Joey Speaks Fitness app, into the fold. And what I mean by that is that so you're able to track all of your meals in my app. You're able to do everything in my app. You can upload your progress pictures. It tracks everything for you. It records everything that you have done so that when you're done with the challenge, you can go look back and see like, hey, this workout was working for me. This meal plan was working for me. Oh, this is what I look like on day 1. This is what I look like on, day 7. It's being able to track anything and everything in fitness is probably the biggest factor when it comes to being successful. Of course, you got to have the right plan. You got to have the right workout. You got to have all the right stuff. But if you don't know what you've done, it will hold you back. It really will hold you back. And I'm going to tell you something. About halfway through the challenge, so every week I message with everyone in the challenge, and I'll send them a before and after, like on the first week and the third week, or the first week and the fourth week. And you can see changes, and people, a lot of times, they don't realize how far they've come. They're only kind of going off of what they see and what they feel in real time. But when you really compare day 1 to day 20, you're like, damn, I look pretty good. Oh, I can see some muscles coming. I can see I'm losing some fat here. Your clothes are fitting differently. So the challenges are, they're such a good place for people to kind of really set themselves up for success. And so with these challenges, my challenges have had anywhere from 25 people in my first challenge up to like 100 people in my biggest challenge, and I'm hoping to have a nice big turnout for this challenge. It is the cool thing about the challenge is I give you everything that you need. But the thing that I love most is that the community that gets built in the Facebook group, to where, like, let's just say like you worked out your chest and tris today, and then you might post a little clip of your bench press and your tricep push downs, whatever, and other people get inspired by that. And then someone else may post, hey, I had this meal, I had cauliflower rice and broccoli and chicken breast, whatever. And then people, oh, hey, can you give me the recipe to that? And then the next thing you know, you're hanging out with these people who you don't know in this private group, and you don't have to post anything at all if you don't want to, but all this stuff is there for you. So there are a lot of people who are very active. There are a lot of people who are not active at all, but it's there for you. And I leave the challenge groups open. So if you were in my first challenge, you can go back right this second and look and see all the information that I gave you, the workouts, the meal plans, all the correspondence that happened between all the people in the challenge. So I love these challenges. I love meeting everybody who join the challenges. And like I said, I message with people at least once a week. And I don't care if I have 24 people or if I have 100 people. I do my best to get in touch with everybody. And then I post stuff. I give motivational stuff. I give little tidbits here and there. I'll talk about some things that are not in the structure of the challenge, but just little things that I know that people can use. So the challenges are really, really cool, man. And so I would love for you guys to consider joining my challenge. January 4th, it starts January 10th. It'll be 8 weeks. The cool thing about this challenge now is that after the 8 weeks is over, I'm going to be offering an additional 4 weeks if you would like to keep going. Because one of the biggest pieces of feedback that I've gotten is that, man, the challenge is over already. I want to keep going. Okay, well, so if you want to keep going, I got 4 extra weeks for you. And then after that, I also am going to be able to set you up into what I'm calling my aftercare program as well. So I want to make sure that you get that solid 8 weeks. If you want 4 more, you get 4 more. And then if you want to keep going after that, I have the aftercare program, and that'll be personalized to each individual person after the full 12 weeks is over. It's an 8-week challenge technically. And so the winner, the 2 men and the 2 women who come in first and second place, they will be announced after 8 weeks. If you would like to keep going for 4 more weeks, that'll just be in addition to what we've done, but the challenge itself will be over after 8 weeks, okay? So that's challenge number 14. It starts January 10th. You'll be seeing me post about that and giving information about that. If you have any questions at all, you can message me directly on Instagram or Facebook, and I'm happy to answer any questions for you at all. Okay. All right. Next, I want to give you a little sneak peek into what I will be offering in addition to my group challenge. So another big piece of feedback that I've gotten from a lot of people is that, see, how did it dip? Did I touch it? Did I do it? What happened? The heck? All right. So, I solved the case. All right. So another big piece of feedback that I've gotten is that, like, I love the challenge idea, but I would like to be able to do an individual challenge myself. Or maybe like I want to have a challenge with a friend and myself, or me and my wife, or me and my husband, to where like people just basically want to do their own individual challenge. Well, I've listened to your feedback, and I am going to be offering a solo challenge or a couples challenge, whatever. The cool thing about this challenge is that you're going to be able to set the parameters. You will set the parameters with me. You and I will discuss it. We will finalize what the parameters are, whether it's a 4-week challenge, a 12-week challenge, a me and my wife or me and my husband challenge. This is the goal. You're gonna pick the specific goal. I'm gonna confirm that it's gonna be a good goal for you. If you say, hey, I want to lose 3 pounds in 12 weeks, that's not a real goal. That's just words being said consecutively. That's not a goal. So we will make sure that we get the correct goal. We'll choose the time frame, and all this stuff will be based on what you want. Okay. Now this challenge is gonna have this individual challenge is gonna have a twist. Okay. I'm gonna let you. I'm not gonna give you the twist right now, but as I talk about it more, it's gonna be a really cool thing that you can do on your own, in addition to joining my group challenge. Now, I usually do my group challenges, once, twice, 3 times a year sometimes. I probably will be only doing them twice a year from this point on, because I really do want to focus as much energy on the individual challenges as I do on the group challenges. I think the individual challenges, it's going to be pretty interesting. I think you're going to like it. And if you are interested in it now, please contact me, and I'm happy to give you the information about it. But I don't want to roll it out yet until I have everything finalized. But if you're interested, let me know, and we'll talk about it. Okay, so that's challenge number 14, starts on January 10th. The individual or solo challenge will be coming soon. I do not have a specific date for launching that, but I just want to kind of give you an idea of what I'll be doing in 2024, and that is one of the big things I'll be doing. Okay, next. Whew. All right. So let's talk about my class schedule here at the gym. So I've made some changes. I've added some classes, and I like you guys having more options to be able to come to the gym if you are a group class client. Okay. So December 4th, my son Josh will be leading the class at 6 a.m. on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That starts December 4th. That's the 6 a.m. class on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay. That's the first piece. The next piece, I have a ladies class at 9 a.m. every Monday and Wednesday morning. Okay. My ladies class, it's a class that's been going on for a long time. It's Monday and Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Okay. Next. Now, so I've had my men's class at 6 p.m. is going to remain the same. So my men's class is Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Okay. Men's class, 6 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Next. My ladies class, I now have 4 nights a week in a row, Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. Okay, that was not the case before. I only used to have 2 days a week at 8 p.m., but I changed that. So now I have men 6 p.m. Monday through Thursday, ladies 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and then now I still have my Zoom class Monday through Thursday, but I changed it from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Okay, so my new class schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 a.m. starting December 4th with my son Josh. 9 a.m. Monday and Wednesday, ladies only. 6 p.m. Monday through Thursday, men. 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday, ladies. 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, Zoom. Okay, so that is my full class schedule. And so I wanted just to make sure that I kind of clear that up for everybody and let you know all the options. Now that's going to kind of lead me into my next bit of information. And I just posted this just recently. My son Josh goes to, I'm going to stop calling him my son Josh because I think you guys know my son is Josh. So I'm just going to say Josh. Josh has been training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at Logic, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu right around the corner from my gym. It's literally, if it's half a mile, I'm surprised, maybe a quarter mile from here. It's right around the corner. The owner of Logic, he and I, Lucas Rocha, we have collaborated to bring you classes at my gym as well as at his gym. Okay, so if you are training with me and you want to go learn Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, we now have a one price for unlimited classes at my gym and at his gym. Same thing if you are a member of Logic and you want to come start training with the weights, you want to hit the weights, you want to start boxing and stuff like that, you now can come to my gym for that same price. So we, this is a really big deal. Whenever you are training any kind of self-defense, of course, the thing that you're learning is most important, but man, controlling your body, getting strong, eating right, all the different things that come with physical training, we're able to combine them now. Jiu-jitsu, weight training. We're basically offering one big package. And so that is going to be, we're doing that now. We have an introductory price that is going to go through the beginning of the year of $400 per month to where you are able to get unlimited classes. And this is, like I said, this is a special introductory price. This may be changing come January. But if you want to train in both places and you want to get the benefits of all this fitness activity, contact Lucas or I, and we will definitely talk to you about it, okay? All right. And this is the last bit of information I want to share with you guys on this wrap-up show for season 1, and that is, I'm going to take a little bit of time between season 1 and season 2 of Everyday People, the podcast. But what I'm going to be doing is called the mini pod. So it's just going to be much more of exactly what you're seeing right now, just you and me. But I'm going to have some specific topics about fitness to talk about. I also want to get your guys' feedback for, what questions do you have for me that I can answer for you through the podcast in this setting to where, this is not just going to be on Facebook and Instagram. It's going to be on YouTube. I want to try to get out there to as many people as I can and give them as much information as I can. So the mini pod is going to be cool because it'll be a little bit more fitness specific, but I'm also going to be talking about things that are just kind of going on. But for these next 4 to 6 weeks or so, it's just going to be you and me. Okay, just be you and me. And then when I come back with season 2, I'll be having guests. I have the majority of those guests lined up already, and I'm excited to bring them to you. You're going to kind of see a bit of a jiu-jitsu heavy focus on my podcast because while I love training boxing and teaching boxing, as Josh has gotten more into jiu-jitsu, it is just, I see how important it is, because whenever you're defending yourself, almost every fight every fight typically starts on your feet, but the second you fall to the ground, it's a totally different game. And being able to do both things, being able to defend yourself with your hands, and then also being on the ground, being able to defend yourself down there, it's a game changer. It's a game changer. So anyway, all right, guys. So the mini pod, so we're not going to skip any weeks. This is the end of season 1 with this episode, but next Monday, you'll get the first one of the mini pod, and I'm going to pick up right where I left off. Now, I have been debating on, doing it in the same exact place or doing it right in my office. And so if you have any feedback on that, if you want to see me in a different place, let me know. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you want to see me in my office or if you like the background that I have right here in my gym. So I'm kind of open to your suggestions. I already kind of have an idea of what I'm going to do, but I'll be curious to see what you guys think. But yeah, so guys, I'm excited. I really do appreciate you guys following me. If I could tell you the thing that really hits me the most about the feedback that I've gotten from everybody is that not only are people saying, oh, hey, I saw the podcast, but they're actually talking to me about something 35 or 40 minutes deep into a 60-minute podcast. So I know that you're watching. I know that you're listening. I know that we're engaged. And like for me personally, it's what is most important, is what makes me feel best about what I've been doing. So if you remember in the very first episode I did, I said I wanted to make my mom proud. I wanted to, do something that she's going to say to herself, hey, my son's really doing something, and she loves it, and she's really happy with it. So that makes me happy. I feel like I'm on the right track. I'm doing the right thing. I'm getting much more comfortable behind the mic, in front of the camera, just the whole thing. So I would love your guys' feedback. I would love if you have questions. If you have anything that you want to know fitness related, this is the time, this is the place. In between seasons, I'm going to be doing the mini pod, and I want to have it a little bit more focused on not just me, but you and me. So if you have questions, hit me with them, okay? All right, guys, this has been a great first season, man. 12 episodes. I'm much further along than I thought I would be. I hope to bring you a little bit more of a polished product in season 2. And yeah. I'm happy. I thank you guys for watching and listening, and hopefully talking to your friends about it. And so that's the wrap for season 1. I will see you in season 2, guys. I'll see you in the next video.